Welcome to Huddle Up Season 2. We are so excited. Huddle Up with Ryan and Adam. Season 2 is underway. I gotta say my catchphrase, Season 2. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here with us. We are so excited to have you. To my right here, it might be left to right on your screen. I'm not sure how it looks on YouTube, but to my right here is my buddy Ryan. Huddle Up with Ryan and Adam.
Season two, a whole new platform. We're ready to go.
And to Ryan's right is our buddy Chris Purfer.
What's going on?
Yeah. And Chris is a Dolphins fan.
Resident Dolphins fan.
Yes, Ryan is a Raiders fan.
Yep.
And I am a Niners fan. And this is Huddle Up Season 2. If you're just joining us, Huddle Up is a football show where we talk about NFL sports. If you're back from last year, then you know what this is about. We just talk NFL every week. We're going to be here Monday. That's the tentative time now. We'll see what Ryan says. Ryan's the boss. But anyways,
a little later than 5:30.
Before we get into the football talk, guys, how was the off season? I'll tell you, myself personally, I missed the show and I missed football, man. Just seeing football, the preseason stuff is really, really cool. It looks great on TV. What about you? Did anything happen in the off season? Anything exciting?
Oh yeah, man. I took a trip to Utah with my girlfriend. We went and saw Monster Jam World Finals.
Nice.
So I took a detour from football because
All right.
I have a passion for monster trucks.
All right, monster trucks.
It was fun.
And your girlfriend's Saints fan?
She chose the Saints fan last year, the week before the season, and then they tanked after week 2, and she's like, I don't like that team.
Yeah,
but she likes the Florida League.
There you go.
Yeah.
But hey, the Saints are a cool team. I don't know. I always kind of root for the Saints. Like, you know,
they're like the underdog.
Saints aren't bad.
Yeah.
You always hope. I like Drew Brees. Yeah. I've always liked Drew Brees. I thought he was a good guy.
Oh yeah.
So does that make you a Chargers fan then too?
I actually am a Chargers fan. That was my grandfather's team. It was that and the Redskins, but I told you what I called them earlier.
Did you guys see this side topic? Did you guys see Antonio Gates, his Hall of Fame speech or whatever?
Yes.
Philip Rivers?
Yeah.
That was pretty powerful.
That was awesome.
And if you're our age or whatever, you probably remember, this is what I remember about the Chargers, side topic, but Philip Rivers and Gates, they just always kept them in games, but they were never good enough to beat Tom Brady and win the Super Bowl.
Well,
and stuff like that.
they were good enough in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's just you had a quarterback that wasn't afraid to throw anything.
Yeah, he would throw some picks too.
I mean, he would throw as many picks as he would, and that was the best thing about playing them twice a year.
In
You
fantasy,
knew they were either going to beat you really bad one time, or they're just going to give it away real bad.
Yeah. In fantasy football, he was the type he'd have 5 points, Philip Rivers, and then in the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, he'd end with 35.
Yeah.
Because he'd score 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. He would, yeah.
Or he would end with 5 points, and you're like, I thought he had a good game. You look at the stat line, it's 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
Yeah, he just kept throwing them. But Ryan, how was the off season for you? You know, you got kids and you're doing a lot with football, baseball, with that.
Off season's short. We jump sports to sports, not just in watching professional sports. We jump sports, like you said, with my kids. So my off season was a little shorter than your guys' because football for us starts in June. So we start ramping up our youth league in June.
Yeah.
By the way, I do want to thank you for your sponsor out there. I just heard your name all weekend.
Oh, thanks. Oh, yeah.
Weekend.
Oh, yeah. Sutter Junior Huskies.
Junior Huskies.
Yeah, I gotta. All right, cool. Well, that worked.
They're announcing your name every game. It's awesome. Before the game, at halftime, I was like, dude, I know that guy.
I gotta get out there.
I'm gonna sit with him every Monday.
Yeah, they reminded me.
They should name the league after you, man.
I don't know if it's gonna go that deep.
No, I don't think they're gonna go that deep. But that was really cool.
The off season was good. I'm a little excited about my Raiders, but then again, preseason's like our Super Bowl every year. We get excited.
Dude, I'm not even a Raiders fan, and I think they look great.
Yeah.
I hope
Gino, JT.
For once, I can say I think they made correct moves.
Yeah, they made some good moves, and we're going to talk about them a little deeper later in the show. First thing we're going to get to, my off-season was good. I was ready to get back to this, and I was ready to get back to football. Well, I'm a baseball, I like baseball, and I like basketball too, but football reigns supreme for me. It's the only one that I care about. It's the only one that I can really put a lot of time into too. It happens on Sundays, but yeah, it was cool. We'll talk about it too, but I like the Niners, the new look of the Niners too. I mean, probably not the best team on paper that they've had in a long time, but there's something fun about a rebuilding year, and we'll kind of talk about that.
A lot of young new guys.
Yeah,
a lot of young guys coming in.
As a Raider fan watching Niner fans, rebuild years are fun for you guys because you only rebuild for a year and a half and then you're great again.
Yeah.
We're on year 21 of a rebuild year.
Yeah.
So
yeah, some teams it's like.
So again, we're in our Super Bowl era right now, preseason.
I'm sure we'll be in a slump soon. That's why these years I don't take it for granted. But
yeah.
All right, wanted to get to. We're going to talk about that, but I wanted to get to Shedeur Sanders. He's kind of been everywhere. This is the first topic we're going to get in on season 2, episode 1. But Shedeur Sanders, kind of a light. What?
How can you not go season enter this season with this?
Yeah, I just feel like
it's the biggest talk of the entire preseason.
Yeah, it was the biggest talk of the entire preseason. It was a big moment on draft day. That was a real big moment on draft day.
Oh, yeah.
Take yourself back to that. But, Shedeur Sanders, obviously, he slid in the draft super, super far. And that was crazy. And now we've got to see him play a little bit. But I want to go with just the draft. What did you guys think about his draft position, where he was taken late in the rounds? Was that a good spot for him to go, or was he kind of be blackballed?
I'm going to give it a little golf clap to our NFL executives out there that really just showed a kid what it's like to go against the big beast.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
It's true, it's fair.
I'm sorry, man. That guy. I read a lot into it. I wasn't surprised by the slide. I wasn't surprised because the lack of interest he put into putting his name out there. He's living by the name, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
I think his dad stood in the way a lot.
Yeah.
I think
you think his dad stood in the way?
his dad stood in the way just a little bit. I don't think he meant to. But I think he just got in the way and, pumped him up like he's his son, he's going to. But I don't think he got him ready for what the truth was about the NFL draft.
Yeah. But see, to me though, it might not even have been that. I was thinking about like the situation he's going to come into is likely not going to be a starting situation because he's not even drafted in the first round now, right? So you can't be like, we drafted him in the 5th, but he's a starter right now.
Going back to draft day, he was supposed to be top 32.
Well, ESPN and I feel like that's the thing. Like, there's media that just tries to tell us that we don't see what we see with our eyes.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know why. And to me, I'm not gonna draft a kid based on I don't know, what the
Based
media
on
tells me. I'm just gonna look at the film, right?
Highest completion record, highest completion of all QBs coming out of college that year, 74%.
Yeah, he did some stuff though. He didn't want to take sacks.
He did do some stuff.
But
that's the thing is I think what we saw someone that had a lot of media hype.
Yeah.
And then got so much media hype, he thought he was bigger than the NFL, right?
Yeah.
They did, yeah.
So, turning down interviews, having really bad interviews,
they
not going to the combine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you think you're going to be number one? Just because you had a year that you had the highest completion rating? Congratulations.
But do you think
you also took 94 sacks? That's not on the line.
Yeah.
That's holding the ball too long because you can't make a decision.
Yeah. But do you think that the NFL was in cahoots?
Oh, 100%.
You do?
Yes.
I think the opposite.
How not? The Browns could have took him in the top round like they did, and then they wait and they take another guy in front of him, and then wait 2 more rounds to take him again.
That's because I think the Browns don't think he was that good. I think their analysis.
I don't think there's one team out there that thought he was a top draft pick like the media said.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think we agree on that. I was just saying, do you think that all the teams were in cahoots to say, hey, he's really good, but let's not take him until the end? No, they weren't. That's my whole thing.
I think his pre-draft process was just a big red flag to everybody.
Yeah.
And it was just
even on draft
they're all
day.
just even draft day, yeah.
He had that box thing, and he was all blinged out.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he's like all the time, right?
Yeah.
Even in college, when he would come off in the games that were blowouts, he's wearing his watch now, and he's wearing his drip.
Yeah.
I mean, he's driving a $400,000 car to school that got repoed once. Come on,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. It's kind of like if he's really, really good, then all this stuff, it won't matter. But if he's not good, then all this stuff really looks kind of silly, right?
At the end of the day, he is just a young guy trying to make it in the NFL, and I think he forgot that along the way. I think he's getting it now.
Yeah.
But I think he forgot that on the part he should have remembered it.
Yeah.
He just forgot.
My thing about Deion is that he's such a prolific figure. I could see a situation where Flacco is starting over there or something.
Yeah, he was starter today.
And we obviously know Flacco's gonna struggle at times. He's not gonna just have great games every year. He's 40
old.
years old. He's super old.
Don't say old.
Yeah, he's super old.
Don't say old.
Not old.
He's our age.
In NFL terms, he's really, really old. And so, so then can you imagine he got a 2-game bad stretch? You think Deion's just going to be quiet on social media?
Yeah.
No, and he's not going to let the organization do what they want to do.
And that's why I think his dad got in the way.
And that's the thing. That was the thing. For me, for the Niners, I don't want Shedeur behind Brock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Brock has 2 bad games, and then Deion's on social media being I think it's time.
Sanders time. Time 2.0.
Yeah, dude. Don't be bringing that over here. So we'll see how the Browns.
A funny thing, and I don't know. Maybe you guys can help me out on this, and maybe you guys didn't hear this. I did hear, though, one of the main reasons his draft might have dropped is because he was actually trying to sign the contract under a business.
Really?
So, like, he was coming in, and instead of an individual signing the contract, he was signing it as from his business side as a business partner. That way he can get a percentage of everything sold with his name on it from the NFL was a percentage having to come to the business.
Yeah.
And that might have been a reason why his draft stopped. And then once it came out, he was like, dude, I'm going to sign the way. You got to sign.
Well, didn't draft before last, Caleb Williams tried to do that with the Bears, but they took him.
Yes.
So I don't know if that was the same thing, but they said about Caleb. He's like, I want a percentage of the team that I get signed to.
I think
it was very weird.
Yeah,
I saw a funny quote today, and I wanted to say it, and it was on CBS's one of their write-ups from a few right after the draft. It says, this is somebody that was arrogant going into the draft and became very humble, right? He's not selling, what was it? It's not about being a brand. He must be a teammate.
Yeah, that's right.
Because he's always about his personal clothing brand.
It is. It's true.
So it's kind of hard to do that.
And it's hard to do that in the NFL because they call it a family, but at the end of the day, it is a business. But you still have to like coincide with your teams. You have to you have to connect with them.
So Adam, going back, you asked us a question on the notes about the depth chart. Right
And that's what I was looking at. I wanted to see if that was still because today they named Flacco the starter officially, but the depth chart is Flacco, Pickett, Gabriel, and Sanders. Is that still what it is?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I looked up on the ESPN roster. So that being said,
how can they have 4 quarterbacks on the roster?
They're talking about not taking 4 now.
Yeah.
That they might be dropping one because they need, they originally said they could handle the 4 quarterbacks. Now they might be dropping one.
Yeah.
So if you were the GM, you got these 4 quarterbacks. What's your depth chart look like?
I don't know, but I feel like Shadour's not worth anything on a trade. Like they would have done it on draft day. You're gonna go back now and be like, all right, we've seen him he didn't do anything that spectacular on the field. But even the other day, I want to get to that, dude. The other day he was like 14 of I don't know, dude. He missed like 7 passes. He did 2 touchdowns, and everybody was like praising him crazy stuff. And I was like, dude, these were like kind of routine plays, and
they were
spectacular catches by his wide receiver.
But that being said, from what the Browns have on, what would your depth chart? I mean, I'll tell you what my depth chart is. But if I was GM right now as a Brown,
Joe Flacco
I'm cutting Kenny Pickett.
I don't like them little hands, bro. I don't like them little hands.
I'm actually with Ryan.
I'm cutting Kenny Pickett. I'm going with the 2 rookies right behind him. And I'm going with it, dude. I'm going to ride it out. Like, if this is what I'm going to do, I wasted 2 draft picks on 2 rookies.
You know what's weird here is normally the situation you have here is like not like somebody that's such a veteran like Flacco would be like a backup. You would want a guy like Flacco to be your he's the guy that's like teaching your young bucks, right? But here, like Flacco is the starter, and then you have these but yeah, you're right. Dylan Gabriel looks pretty good, and Shadour, he's got some promise too. So if you go with Flacco and Gabriel and Shadour, I mean, at least you got something for the future in there, maybe.
And Gabriel actually was accurate during that game. He had 1 interception, but if you go back and watch the replay, the tight end pulled his arms back and let the guy catch it.
Yeah.
And it was like, that was a good throw. It was 14 of 18.
Shadour paid him.
Oh, yeah.
So, here's another. Put
your hands back, bro.
Prime time, baby, prime time. Paid the tight end.
Here's another scenario that they're in season, right? They start with Joe Flacco. Let's say they they're probably going to lose more games than they're going to win, but they're like 500. Now Flacco goes down. The only reason you would start Pickett is if you were trying to say, hey, we want to remain in this thing and we want to try to win games now, because he's the most proven quarterback, right?
Yeah.
But would you, if they're in a position to where they're not probably going to make the playoffs and Flacco goes down, or we're like, hey, we've seen enough of him, he gets dusty, they're probably going to want to utilize the rest of the season to find out what they have in Dylan Gabriel and Shadour Sanders. So I just can't see a situation, unless it was like week 2, 3, 4, where they were still in it, where they would say, hey, let's go to Pickett so we can just kind of stay
Don't forget,
in it,
they could have Watson halfway through the season come back.
Yeah.
I always forget about him. Actually.
He's on the roster.
Yeah.
He's fully guaranteed.
Yeah.
He tore his Achilles last year. He's going to come back at one point.
Pickett seems like he would get the most for trade value too.
I think so. I think because he's been in the league 3, 4 years.
Yeah.
4th year
Would
now.
you trade anybody for a Brown? Hey, the Browns are calling. They've got 5 QBs. They want to trade one of them. No doubt.
Yeah.
It's like fantasy.
Yeah, but rather than let them go to the waiver wire.
They're holding QBs like you were holding QBs 5 years ago in fantasy.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, we do kind of do that. Well, anyway. anyways,
Be ready by it because you're new to this league.
Yeah. So Shador Sanders, like, do you like where he's at on the depth chart? You would say then you would get rid of.
If I was
Kenny
them
Pickett.
right now, if I'm going to cut down 53, from what I've seen in the preseason, we know what Kenny Pickett brings, right? Kenny Pickett hasn't played at all.
Yeah.
He's been nursing a hamstring injury. You know he's going to be a veteran coming back. I'm going to go with Flacco, and I'm going to go with the young guys. Like, that's what you went out and got.
But do you like the depth chart? Is Shador Sanders 3 in your mind?
Yeah.
I think he's 3.
All right.
You gotta go 3. You can't.
I'm Flacco, Gabriel,
You
Shador.
can't disrespect Gabriel. You took him in the 3rd round.
I agree with you guys, but if I'm the Browns, if we're not making the playoffs, I'm getting a good look at all these guys. They're all going to get like multiple games.
Well, yeah.
I'm going to let Dylan get a few games at the end of the season. I'm going to let Shador get a few.
I think this week would have been Shador's week to play most of the game if he wasn't hurt.
Yeah.
It would have been like the Dallas Cowboys giving Trey Lance the entire preseason saying,
Right.
prove it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I think this game actually gave Gabriel a chance to actually stay on the team.
Yes.
Because he did well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
For a guy that wasn't well known, he
Yeah.
did well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Speaking of someone else that did well, I know it's going to go into our next topic.
What?
You want to talk about the Niners and the Raiders?
Yeah. All right, we're going to get into it because it's the only preseason game that I watched all the way through.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's my team, your team. We
Yeah.
know a lot about them in the off season. So wanted to talk about the game. The game, it was 22-19. I would say the theme of the game, it was like the Moody game, like the Jake.
It was the field goal kicking game.
Okay, field goal kicking game.
I
Well,
mean-
maybe that's like just as a Niner fan, it felt like the Moody game, but
It was Moody on our text messages too.
It was.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could talk about that.
Yeah, Jake-
Us Niner fans, the Niner fans in this house right here do not have faith in Moody.
No,
And Moody kicks a game winner 59-yard field goal.
Well, that's what I thought was hilarious about it.
It was hilarious.
It was like,
He missed that 51-yarder. Right?
Yeah, and if he missed the 59, honestly, he probably is looking for a job today. But I saw somebody posted that Dumb and Dumber meme, and it was like, just when you couldn't do anything else, you did something like this.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
totally redeemed yourself. It was like that. It was like he's barely hanging on by a thread, and then he hit that. But other than that, some of the stuff that you saw in the game, Geno played a little bit, Brock played a little bit.
Genty.
Yeah, Genty played.
came out of his shell.
Gosh,
finally.
bro,
He did.
that guy in pregame he's huge. He's a
huge.
giant dude.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's a giant dude, and
he's
he
a
likes to
giant
run
dude.
people over.
Yeah, so what did you think about the game? Did you get anything from it? I mean, obviously, it was a lot of like first, second, third stringers, so the score of the game didn't really matter. I mean, it
Yeah,
didn't-
the score of the game. I actually thought we were going to tie the game. It was funny because when I was listening to the end of the game, because I was out doing some errands, I was watching it on our phone.
yeah, you probably stopped
And-
watching.
Well, not just stopped watching. It was kind of one of those things. I heard a funny stat that said if the Raiders and the Niners tie, the Raiders are going to be the only team in the era of preseason to have 3 ties in a row in preseason.
Yeah.
Because we tied last week and we tied at the end of the last preseason last year.
Yeah.
So I will give you, this is the only time you're going to hear me say this, and we
Yeah.
are on YouTube Live.
Yeah.
But when Brody kicked the field goal, I was kind of happy. Because I don't like Raiders having records like that.
Yeah.
We don't have another one.
Well, it was
About ties.
Mediocre preseason? You don't like that?
Well, it was weird to me because I was like honestly hoping, I was kind of secretly hoping he would miss it. Because I don't know, like I think
You want him gone.
Yeah, we want him
You've
gone.
been wanting him gone since last
When
year.
you text me that, I'm like, oh my god, Adam's sitting there all mad because his kicker made the.
Yeah, because it definitely felt like if he he's right there on the edge, and it felt like he already missed one in that game, and then here's a game winner. Shanahan, there was one point in the game where it was like a 25-yard dink shot after he missed that one, and it felt like Shanahan didn't even trust him to kick that one, and so it was just. I'm just not a fan of him. I like him personally. Man, when I see him down there, he looks like a kind of a soft, like a quiet guy, and I hate that for him. But to me, it's all about winning games, and more times than not, in clutch moments, he has missed lots of field goals. And I think we did a segment on it last season. Statistically, him and Justin Tucker, which is kind of weird because Justin Tucker is usually so good. Last year, they were like the worst in the NFL. And so for the Niners to just like statistically have the worst and then carry that into next season, knowing that he's probably going to not be great again, is wild to me.
Yeah.
Well, the fact they let Moody kick so many times made me think they're trying to make him let him keep his job.
Yeah, that's a good
because for preseason, why would you kick? Just get your players out there and let them play, let them run their routes, let them learn the team, let them learn it. But now you got your guy kicking in preseason for what? The win doesn't mean anything. And I'm like, you better get out there and prove yourself. Yeah. And that's what I think.
That probably is a good point after last year's. That it was a prove it game.
It was because he kicked like 4 or 5 kicks.
5 for 6.
5 for 6. Yeah.
Field goals and then
so that's a lot of kicks
PATs.
for a preseason game.
No, yeah.
So I mean,
they were running.
It was a good back and forth game. I thought both offenses first string they actually did. They were both very good.
Yeah.
Purdy 5 for 7, 66 yards. Came out, one drive, right? They ran one drive.
Yeah, one drive.
Got a field goal out of it. Geno Smith went 2 drives, 6 for 8, 55 yards, 2 drives, 2 scores, 1 touchdown, 1 field goal. So I thought it was a pretty good game. I was really surprised. Actually, I'm not surprised because the Raiders did lose a lot of secondary players. But last year we were so bad against the run that they actually stepped up and held the run pretty good. So. But they give up the air.
I think the Raiders have actually had 2 weeks in a row they played close games. I mean, they look good.
Yeah.
That's the best I've seen the Raiders look prior to an actual season in years.
Yeah, let's talk about it since we're right there.
And they have a good quarterback. You have a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what we felt like that they can be this season. Everybody healthy on the field. To me, like even I kind of talk a lot of smack about Geno, and I talked about him a little bit last year because he was a Seahawk. Just probably hating on him or whatever. But with Geno in the back. And then Genty behind him, and then they kept Jacoby Myers, who I love. He's like one of my favorite guys in the NFL. All of a sudden to me, and Brock Bowers is like one of the best tight ends in the NFL. All of a sudden to me, they're like one wide receiver away from being pretty darn explosive on offense. That Austin Genty guy,
he's a wrecking crew.
Yeah.
Brock Bowers is a wrecking crew.
Well, and then they went out and got 2 more tight ends in the draft, and then the 4th-year tight end Mayer is coming out of a shell.
Yeah.
So it's like all of a sudden the Raiders have 1 receiver and 4 tight ends running routes, and you just don't know what to do.
Well, and you got Pete Carroll, and honestly, Pete Carroll, what is he good at? Developing young players.
Yeah.
That's what he's good at.
Yeah.
I mean, Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
Those guys were nobodies.
Yeah.
And he made them all names.
Yeah.
He really did. So.
But the Niners season 2, I mean, you guys got the easiest schedule out of the NFL teams.
Yeah.
So
even better than the Bills?
Easiest. They have the easiest schedule.
Yeah, because the Bills have like 10 teams that haven't even. Yeah, no winning teams from last year.
That's probably why they weren't ranked as one of the top teams as a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah, I didn't know that you guys had the easiest.
That's one of the perks of being so bad.
Well, Raiders don't have the easiest. We've been bad for a long time.
I know, but you're probably
because of the AFC West.
Well, it's probably because of your division, for sure.
Because the West division has been pretty tough for a long time.
Yeah.
Whereas your guys' division has been up and down. It's not like all 3 teams have been tough every year, all the time.
Just because I don't know much about the Raiders and their personnel, defense-wise, like obviously, they have Crosby. What else do they got going on? Who's the linebacker they got? That guy's a stud.
Spillane?
Yeah, that guy.
I don't know if they kept him.
Oh, really? He's a stud, man.
I think he left.
Did they make any big pickups on defense? Yeah.
No. They actually got rid of a lot of defense this year. A lot of the secondary got paid. Their defense held them in games last year.
Yeah.
The little games that we held, it was defense. It wasn't offense.
Yeah, they're always feisty.
And it's kind of like we're flipping back and forth. Like a couple years ago, we were really good offensively, but we could not. It was like the Bengals last year,
Yeah.
When you have a horrific defense.
The Raiders don't give up wins either.
And pretty much the only key departure for the Raiders was Devontae. Any other big guys like?
Well, he was a mid-season departure last year.
Yeah.
And I
somebody that was on the team last year.
If I'm mistaken, the Raiders beat the Chiefs again.
Yeah,
they did.
Yeah,
they beat them every year.
We always beat them once a year.
Always beat them once a year.
Yeah.
And I think this time it was in Kansas City.
Yeah. The year before was in Kansas City.
Kansas City too. Yeah.
They whooped them the year before.
They did.
Yeah, I thought Brock Bowers was automatic in that game. He's so good.
He is.
He jumped up and high pointed a ball over Jair Brown. That was so nice. I was disappointed in Jair.
He's going number 1 in some of these drafts.
Brock?
Is he?
Bowers,
really?
Because of Geno and that connection.
Yeah.
Geno's a seasoned quarterback. He's good.
Yeah.
He's
Interesting.
he's going number 1 in some of these.
number
I don't know
one.
if the super flex stuff, but
Yeah, probably not with the super
not with
flex.
us.
Yeah. But maybe if it's like a PPR,
like an
special
eight,
PPR.
where you're holding like 1 quarterback, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs.
standard league,
stuff like that. Standard league,
stuff like that.
He's going number 1.
I mean, he's going to be on the fantasy board like Kelsey was a few years back, right? When he was just automatic all the time too.
Yeah.
So it's
He's
just one of
gonna be
those.
nice.
It's just one of those.
I think it could be an exciting year for the Raiders. I think everybody just wants to take Andy Reid and Mahomes down. That's why the Denver's coming up.
Oh, you guys
Chargers
finally
are
joined
coming
in
up.
our wagon that we've been trying to do.
It was
I'm in Miami. I can't.
it was nice. It was nice to see them. They made the Super Bowl last year. Congratulations to them. But it was nice to see them not win it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They didn't just not win it; they got demoralized on national television.
Yeah.
They really did.
Yeah. Well, to the Niners, I just as we end on this game, obviously I agree. Brock Purdy looked pretty good, and Ricky Pearsall looked good too. But Ricky's probably not our number one wide receiver.
He is right now.
He is right now. Yeah, I don't know if he has the size, but with him and Jawan Jennings, they're going to need Ayuk back. So they're really going to be a team that I think the Niners, at the end of the season, if healthy, they'll probably come into it more than the beginning here. It's going to be a little bit of a struggle getting out of the gate, I feel like.
I think Purdy's going to need everybody healthy.
Yeah,
I think if everybody stays healthy, I think they're going to.
The big thing with them, and what I heard, and what I was surprised at during the telecast of the Raider game, was, dude, the last couple of years, you guys have the injury plague cannot leave San Francisco for you guys.
No.
20 players or something injured right now. Most of it's the backfield.
That was ugly.
Like, McCaffrey's not playing, obviously, because, McCaffrey doesn't play preseason. Sometimes we don't even know when he's going to play, but they need healthy McCaffrey to start the season to be able to start up, because if not, they're gonna struggle. They're gonna struggle.
All right, before we move on, in the West, predictions for where the Raiders finish in their division. There's obviously Kansas City, Denver, LA, Raiders early. All right, well, somebody from the peanut gallery over there just said dead last, but he doesn't get a vote. All right, I think the Raiders. I think
Andy's a Raider fan.
I think somehow they finished third in this mess, but that division, there's going to be no shame in finishing third or even fourth. Like the last place team in that division is so good.
I think it's going to be Denver and the Raiders fighting for second.
For second?
I think, yeah.
For second,
Denver,
huh?
I don't think the Chargers get up there.
Okay, so Chargers fourth then.
So,
with Harbaugh?
2 weeks ago, I would have not said that.
Okay.
With the injury of the left tackle going out for the season, Chargers are going to hurt. Because they're having to move the line around now.
Yeah.
And that makes a big deal. But, with Harbaugh over there, he's so dangerous. With Herbert.
He is.
McClunky or
McConkey?
Yeah. McClunky, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And then they got two running backs now. They actually have two running backs. It's going to be a toss-up.
It's going to be tough, but
I'm a Raider fan, dude. I hope we finish second. That'd be cool.
Well, at least you didn't say first.
I know we're not going.
No,
Well, and the biggest problem with the West is, and you hate to say not the Chiefs, because the Chiefs did do it last year, is they're already saying Mahomes' deep ball was atrocious last year.
Yeah.
And he's working on it, and they said Worthy's going to have a breakout sophomore season.
Could be Kansas
So it could
City.
be tough.
Well, the thing
Could
about
be.
Kansas City, they're so dependent on Patrick Mahomes
There.
and Kelsey and
Yeah.
things like that. If they lose one of those people, they're like out of it.
Being from the division,
Yeah.
early predictions.
Yeah.
This better not go any farther than you two.
Okay.
As a Raider fan,
Perfect.
I think number one is actually going to be Denver.
This better not go any further than
I was
think
trying
Denver
to
wins
be,
their division
I was
this year.
being conservative because Denver looks nasty.
Bo Nix, dude. Holy smokes.
And Greenlaw, y'all are about to know about Dre Greenlaw.
Yes.
Once he smacks your
do.
dude.
Sartain?
I think number
Sartain?
two.
Yeah, their defense
is gonna
with Hufanga too.
I think number two is going to be KC.
Okay, so we got Denver, KC.
Interesting.
I think number three, Las Vegas.
All right.
And I think number four is going to be the Chargers.
Chargers. All right. Okay. Cool.
But this could easily swap.
Yeah. I think all that could.
I would
swap.
love Kansas City to be sitting at number four.
Me
this
too.
year.
Me too. I'd like that too. I think that would be good.
It's
for
hard to
everybody.
root against somebody that's done it for so long.
All right. Switching gears then. 49ers. The West. Obviously, Seattle looks a little different. Arizona, kind of same thing going on over there.
LA.
But the Rams, man. Oh. You know.
Stafford's out. How long's he out?
I'm not.
He practiced today.
Yeah, I think he's gonna
First
be.
practice was today.
I think
for
he'll
all
be
season.
in. He'll be in like week 1, 2, 3 by then, But it would be my dream for the Niners to somehow play Garoppolo. Like that would be my dream. Like somehow, anyway, just give us. Garoppolo.
As a Raider, I hate playing the teams that we get rid of people like that because then they beat us, and then I'm like, what the heck?
It's like how you gonna play good
Jimmy
on
G's
that?
he's very predictable, man.
Yeah.
Jimmy
He
has
did.
his best game that
Yeah,
day.
best game.
Like he plays
Career
like,
high. He's
yeah.
gonna be like he's gonna go to the Hall of Fame because of it.
But what do you? Yeah, exactly. Wait, I don't know about that. But all right. So one game. What do you guys think? Rams, Seattle, San Francisco, Arizona.
I can tell you what I think, but I want to hear it from you because you know the division. I want your true standing.
Well, this one's to me is pretty straightforward. I think I think Arizona definitely probably fourth place. I don't think mathematically, or you could say that they've done anything that would make you say that they're going to finish higher than that. Maybe third, Seattle, I like Darnold. He had a good season, and I don't know if Darnold or Geno. I don't know which one of those guys is better. Really, they'd be right around the same ranking, so it could be a tit for tat. But they're always a really tough team, and they say that they are really ferocious in training camp right now. They got a chip on their shoulder. They lost Metcalf in the offseason, and he was probably, and Geno, and that was probably a big identity part of their team. So we don't know what we're going to get with them, but I'm going to call them number 3 then. I think they'll be feisty. And then if I got to be honest, I just think that the Niners.
It's an honesty thing.
Yeah, I think that the Niners, they've got some injuries that they're going to start out the gate. It's going to hurt them. I think that offense with Devontae and now Puka is going to be lethal, man. I've seen some stuff they've done with Devontae in like preseason and training camp, and I think that Sean McVay, that's the coach, he's just going to utilize them like crazy. So I'll put the Rams 1, Niners right behind them. I think both these teams could rattle off 10 to 12 wins this year, though. I think in the NFC, these guys are going to be up there with the Eagles, and
I think both West teams, West divisions, are just going to go the whole season.
Yeah,
I really do. They all look competitive.
I agree.
With the exception of Arizona.
Do you guys see anything from Seattle and Arizona, or it's like a pedestrian season? Any of them got a chance at
JSN? If him and Darnold have that connection, you can see Seattle pump up.
Smith, Nick Butler.
Nick, I can't say that on the air, man. I don't want to get in trouble for racism.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, you know what we're trying to say.
JSN.
Yeah, JSN. Yeah, exactly.
I agree with you. I mean, I like your prediction on standings. I like the prediction.
I think that's pretty fair.
I think it's accurate.
I think it's pretty fair.
But before we move on,
okay, go ahead. Yeah,
if we're gonna do the standings of the Raiders, we're gonna do the standings of the Niners. Now go back.
Oh yeah, what?
We gotta do our co-host here.
Oh, let's do it
for the Dolphins.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. We got it.
All
Okay.
right, so
yeah, that's a good one. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So we got New England. Obviously they got Drake May coming. I'm a big Drake May guy. Who's the coach in New England this year? Do we know? It was OJ Mayo, and then they changed it. I'm not sure.
I have to.
What?
No, it's not Vrabel.
It is Vrabel.
Okay,
it's
Vrabel. All right, so
it is
Vrabel.
Vrabel.
So that's gonna. I like that. That's a boost.
Yeah.
I didn't know what they were doing with that OJ Mayo guy, but anyways, okay. So then we got Miami, Chris here. We got Tyreek Hill coming back. New York Jets. No Aaron Rodgers this year, and we got Buffalo. So. What do you think there,
What
Chris?
do we hear, Chris?
What do you think, Chris? I know I got my prediction here.
Honesty on the
opinion?
table here.
Yeah.
You want me to go forwards or backwards?
Yeah, let's go 4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
number
so
4.
I think it's the Jets.
Jets.
Only because
Jets.
suck. That's what we say over in the.
Too much going on, coach.
I think there's too much going on, too much coach changing. I think Justin Fields could be good. I know your boy Kelly's a big Justin Fields fan. He's
But
a
not
terrible.
over like 8 wins.
He's a terrible passer.
Yeah.
That guy can run. If he can beat him on the ground, if he's against a terrible run defense team, then I think the Jets will do well. But that's it.
Do they play the Raiders? I'm sorry.
I know. Can we get those? All right,
Number 3.
I don't know, man. This one's hard because I almost want to put Miami at 3 because Vrabel's the coach in New England right now. And you got Drake May, who actually did not do terrible, and you got Diggs, which I know he's up Cardi B right now, but
Yeah.
I don't know what that's gonna go. But they got that I don't know his name, the rookie running back they drafted.
On the Patriots?
Yes.
No, but who's the guy they had last year? He was a stud. Ramondre Stevenson?
But Stevenson, yeah.
Yeah.
But they actually say the guy they drafted, I don't know his name, I'm sorry.
Ramondre, Trayvon Hendrickson.
There you go,
Antonio
Trayvon
Gibson.
Hendrickson.
Yeah.
That kid's a stud, man.
Okay.
He's like another little Lynch.
Yeah.
He is.
Okay.
So I would hate to say, and I'm only saying this, I love my Dolphins, but they're just beat up right now. They have so many injuries.
Yeah, I
them
feel
all
like
written
the
down.
Dolphins' identity
They're just
right now.
beat up, baby.
I feel like the Dolphins' I mean, dude, I don't even know what their identity is.
Well, that's the thing. I think if we're gonna think is Tua gonna make it through the season? There's
That's
so
my
many
thing.
question marks.
Who
like-
knows?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, their identity right now is like,
right now,
go, and then
yeah. I mean, if you've got, you've got some injuries. If Tua and Waddle and Hill and those guys, they got a lot of speed. You know what my problem with this is? They're so fast. I don't think they know what to do with it. I think they're so fast and they're just running so fast, and Tua can get the ball off. But if Tua has to make a decision in the pocket, he freezes.
well, yeah, he's had 5 concussions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can't make
Is it
this-
4?
I don't know.
I think it was 3 in the NFL, 1 in Alabama, but they hit
I don't know.
that. They hit that.
Every
one.
concussion is 1 second of
But he's
decision
just
making.
like I want to love Tua, but he just when he has to make pocket decisions, dude. I've been at games against the Bills, and he just launched it out there for Claypool, and they picked it off into triple coverage. It was a Sunday night game. It was atrocious.
Yeah. No, I like that.
And then I got the Bills at 1 because Josh Allen. I'm sorry, you kind of have to root for that guy. He's a California boy.
What do you think? MVP season runs it back?
No, I think Lamar gets MVP.
Really? Yeah.
I think Lamar. I think he wants it really bad, man.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think Lamar, but for the AFC East, I think it's the Bills at number one. They have a big sign that is extended Cook, Shakir, Allen just got big contract. I mean, they got big contracts.
They have Bosa now instead of Miller.
Yeah,
Bosa went over there instead of Miller.
So and then because Miller's out right now.
Miller left. He did get picked up by somebody. I forgot who he got picked up by, but he did get picked up.
But yeah, that's my prediction.
I agree with that prediction.
I hate to say the Patriots
again
are 2,
another division, in my opinion, that 2 and 3 could swap.
It could swap.
Regardless,
the Jets are going to be 4.
I think you're right.
I think I'm right on that one.
I think you're right.
So I think my 4 is solid. I think his 4 is solid, and I think your 4 is solid.
I like all 4 of our 4, and I thought we also didn't homer it out. I thought everybody, was pretty fair. I think, Raiders #1, Chiefs.
Well, with the exception of Adam, who's had a team who's been to the Super Bowl twice in 4 years.
I know.
Guys like Ryan and I are like, we have to be conservative before the season starts.
Yeah, well, I feel like me too, because them Super Bowls, they develop a callus.
You're going up against the Chiefs.
I know, but you get a callus, bro.
If you guys would have been against
you win like
Baltimore would have targeted part 2, I think.
Yeah, I know that one too.
Sorry, man, Baltimore would have been tough.
It's been tough. I was thinking about it, and we're gonna get into this in a second.
Right.
In fact, we're gonna get into this in a second because I want to tell you guys about this misery index. Because let's get into it now. All right, cool. Because I can segue. It'll be really good. Where's my phone? Anyways, so this is gonna be perfect to segue. So there's this thing called the misery index, and I was thinking about. I'm gonna tell you guys how to do it in a second, and you can do it along at home or if you're watching the episode too. But what it is it's on ESPN, and so if you guys go to your phone right now and you just go Safari and you go ESPN misery index and misery, maybe it says rating.
I played with it earlier.
Yeah, ESPN misery rating, and then it should pop up at the top, and so it's called Sports Misery Index. Sorry, not rating. And then you just go to it, and it's this little misery bot. You can see him on the camera. He's like a little robot guy. And anyways, so you enter your favorite sports teams, and it tells you how miserable that you should be.
There you go. I saved it on my email earlier.
Really?
Yeah. I did it earlier. I don't want to tell you what I got.
So I'm going to go like 49ers.
Where do I go? I don't.
So
All right, so click any of them.
So you pick however you're feeling. How you feel, yeah. How you feel.
All right, and then so it's asking me how long have I been a fan? Plus 15 years.
Yeah.
And
we all are plus.
Add another team, so you guys keep adding your teams. So then I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. And I was thinking to myself, a lot of people would tell me my misery rating is not that bad. And a lot of people would say, Adam, you're pretty lucky. And I like the Yankees, right?
Yeah.
But am I lucky? All my teams keep getting there kind of close and then losing in horrible fashion. So it's
mine's still loading, I think.
So it's I keep getting my heart ripped out. But anyways, my misery rating was a 69. You really put some time into your team, okay? Oh, see results, never mind. So it was a 69. Ryan got a
94.
Yeah, tell what it says. It says you are
looking pretty grim. I'd offer to buy you a cold beverage, but I'm just a robot on your computer.
I got a 69. It says flailing. Let's look at it this way. You're not at rock bottom, but there's always a chance you could improve your fortunes in the coming years. I think the higher the rating, the worse your misery is, to be honest.
Yeah. I was 5 in the NFL misery ratings.
Yeah.
Ranked top 5.
Yeah. And you put your MLB team in?
Yeah, I put, the Athletics. We don't have a hometown anymore.
No, I feel like the Athletics are a hard team to It's this guy's awesome. Let's trade him away.
Did you see the thing where the fans are angry they're coming to a AAA ballpark? I'm like, you didn't research where the A's were playing before you bought your ticket?
Yeah, they're mad that they came to a AAA ballpark. However, when I was just there Friday night, they still didn't sell all the tickets.
Yeah.
I'm like, would you have been happier at the Coliseum? Was it much better?
Man.
But anyways, you can see it there. So you guys on your sports misery index, what did you get, Chris? Did it tell you? All right, Chris is still pulling his up, but you just go to Google and search sports misery index, and it brings it up, and then you enter your favorite teams, and it tells you how miserable you are. In case you didn't know already.
Hold on, mine's about to come up.
This is funny.
Yeah, it's fun, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can.
Here we go. I'm 93. I'm exactly one off from Ryan. One lower. You actually beat me.
Read what it says.
But you only put one team in there.
That's the only team I watch.
All right, read what it says.
Yeah.
I would be miserable too if I only had one team. I have 2 and I'm worse than you.
less misery if you only have one.
You've really put some time into your team. We only got you got your one NFL team. What other teams do you love? It wants more.
Pick another one.
Oh, what's the WNBA doing these days?
Yeah, pick the Aces. That's gonna make your misery go like way down if you like Caitlin Clark.
Hold on 1 second.
Future looks bright.
Yeah, pick the Aces.
93. You're woeful. Prediction, man. Rankings. Take a look below. Okay.
Yeah, see, they're gonna buy you a drink too.
Yeah, I know.
We're both awful.
Anyways.
Both awful. That's pretty cool.
My AI roofie.
Yeah, but check that out. Check that out. Comment below what your misery rating is, and see if you're more miserable than us. Switching gears a little bit here. I want to talk about this Gruden thing. I love Gruden, man. He, he's with Barstool Sports a little bit, and I don't know. He's just funny, like when he does his thing.
Dude, he's hilarious.
Yeah, he's hilarious. I miss him, but
He's old school.
Gruden, that the thing happened with the NFL. Where there were some emails and stuff like that, and a 5-2 decision. The court sided with former Las Vegas Raiders coach and found the NFL's decision unconscionable because it would effectively allow Roger Goodell to arbitrate over disputes over his own conduct. So Gruden won his lawsuit here. What do you think about that? I kind of think like Gruden. That was kind of a time like right when I don't know. It's like people were being really PC. And it seemed like he just got crucified for some reason that wasn't necessary.
It was a different time.
Here's my thing about the Gruden thing that I was upset at. I mean, obviously he was the Las Vegas Raiders coach at the time. They were actually doing really well with him on his 3rd year.
Yeah.
The team was turning around. The team was looking good. And they did the Raider thing like we do every year. We have a distraction and it destroys the team.
Yeah.
I feel like Gruden shouldn't have even been prosecuted for this.
Yeah, really.
He wasn't even an employee of the NFL at the time of this infraction, supposedly infraction.
Yeah.
When they were involved at this time, they were searching for Snyder's issues.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, out of thousands and thousands of emails, they find 3 from an ESPN executive.
Yeah.
And then you're going to hold it against him because he's currently in the NFL? I just thought that was dirty. Like, I get what he said was not right. I'm not defending what he said is correct.
Of course.
But what I'm thinking is they're holding him to something that was 8 years prior when he wasn't even in the NFL. He wasn't even a coach. He wasn't involved in it. He was a telecaster. Somebody that could speak his mind, say what he's supposed to say, right?
Exactly.
And he said it in emails that are supposed to be private.
Well, and I like that, and I want to let you finish. But what I always thought about it was weird is that like anybody who's ever played football or sports and stuff like that knows. Is that like I'm not going to say like racism is par for the course, but people are talking about each other's race and making jokes about it when you play on a team. It's like got Mexican guys and black guys and white guys. Like everybody's just saying stuff, and so like you know what I mean. Like that's how you joke with each other.
We were actually. It's funny that you say that.
So it was like he got busted for something that I'm sure all the guys that were on the squad were like, this is ridiculous, but he just got to go down for it. And that's what I hated.
To me, it was the NFL's distraction away from letting Snyder keep the team.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Like, if we don't find anything, then we're really screwed because Snyder's doing something really bad over there with the whole cheerleader thing and all this stuff and the way they're treating their people. But hey, look, we found 5 emails over here from this guy who's a coach now.
Yeah.
And the Raiders are doing okay right now, so we got it.
Do you think if the Raiders were doing worse that year, they wanted to come out with it? Or
I know.
Because it felt like the Raiders were on the up and up, like they were about to like.
I don't think it's the NFL against the Raiders. I don't think it's that. I think what it was it was a deflection against an owner.
Yeah.
And those 32 owners, when they get together and they believe in their own ways. I mean, it's hard for the commissioner to persuade them in doing what should be right, then sweeping it under and saying, hey, we're going to take draft picks and we're going to do this. You know, we're fair with that, but these 32 owners, it's like a club.
Yeah, it is.
We got to remember, we had a big topic last year about the NFL being entertainment.
Yeah.
Right? And when it comes down to it, you're dealing with 32 billionaires in a way.
Yeah.
And trying to make them do what they're doing, and you're going to tell him, hey, you can't treat your players that way.
Exactly, yeah.
I write their checks.
Yeah.
You don't. I mean, it's just like Jerry Jones telling the NFL, I'm not going to put Pepsi products into my stadium when I build it. Coke all the way.
Yeah.
You can't. NFL is Pepsi. I don't care. You don't own the stadium. I do.
And what did you think about it,
Chris?
Chris. Sorry, I don't know why I have brain fart. Anyway, what did you think about Gruden?
I'll be honest with you. I like Gruden. I always have. I don't know the ins and outs like you guys of that whole situation.
Yeah.
I think it was wrong what they did to him because it felt like it was a witch hunt. They just
Yeah.
came after him because the Raiders were doing good. And from the outside looking in and not really going in depth, that's what it was. That was the year they were on Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
They were all over Hard Knocks
Yeah.
with all that crazy Antonio Brown stuff.
Yeah, that was
And I'm like, and all of a sudden, like that comes up. I just feel like maybe that was part. I mean, they just wanted to save the image. I don't know.
Yeah,
'Cause he
that's-
didn't really do anything.
That's where he gives that famous speech that he's not into dreams, he's into nightmares.
Exactly,
That's my
yeah.
favorite one,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, and then Gruden even said, he goes, I never saw him play. He got all screwed up from that cryogenic frozen. His feet were all messed up. He never
Yeah.
stepped foot on the field.
Who?
Yeah.
Antonio Brown.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah,
never
that's what he
did.
said.
No,
Yeah,
Gruden
yeah,
was like, I never saw him play.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff about that.
Yeah.
Or like I've
That
seen
whole
some
thing was great.
car clips where he's like, dude, if we would have had Antonio Brown that season, we were going to go undefeated because he didn't drop a pass. And
No.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown's like, this is like a side topic, but he's just one of those guys that's just a
Yeah.
freak because he wasn't even like putting his all into football and he was that good still, you know?
Well,
that was
you-
just one of the things I remembered about that
Yeah.
whole
The
thing.
thing about Antonio Brown, like you said, side note is that just showed you how good of a coach Mike Tomlin is to keep that stuff
Yeah, all under wraps.
under wraps. I mean, Tomlin is amazing.
Well, he's Papa over there, man.
He is.
He really is.
I mean,
yeah,
man, give him the key.
yeah, exactly.
So yeah, Gruden got shafted. It would be cool to see him come back. You never know. I don't think he comes back.
You don't think he ever coaches
I don't think
again?
he'll coach
No.
again. I think I think he's perfect for Barstool.
So
and
you
what
think?
they do.
So you think the whole this whole thing, like him getting his name cleared, was just about him getting his name cleared? It wasn't about him getting back to the NFL?
Why not?
No.
Yeah.
No,
No.
reputation.
Oh yeah, exactly. He made him look so silly.
Yeah, he did. He made him look stupid. And John.
I think, and you know what? I think it goes a little deeper than that. I think how close he is with the Raider Nation, with Al Davis' son Mark. I think this was him not just getting his name back, but him getting that money that he was owed.
Yeah, probably.
And not by the Raiders.
Yeah.
Telling the Raiders, hey, I'm gonna get my money from those guys.
Yeah. He deserves it, bro.
And Mark's standing back there going, let's do it.
Did they
Because
put
all
him-
the court hearings are still in Vegas.
Did they put a number on it? It was like $40 million, wasn't it? Or was it?
Well, he was hired at the time. His contract was 10 years, $100 million,
Oh wow.
and he was let go at what 3.5 years. So yeah,
That whole thing was wrong. Yeah.
you just
It
handed me a
was.
love letter.
It's crazy how these guys like Robert Saleh, those contracts. It's wild how there's like no outs. You know what I mean?
The thing about contracts these days, and you don't see it as much
Like
in the
Saleh is
NFL.
going to get paid for like 5 years from now from the Jets.
Yeah.
And he's
To
just-
run your
yeah,
defense.
yeah, exactly. It's like, if I was the Jets, that would just make me sick, right?
That's why, dude, again, I stick with my fourth pick. I mean, give him fifth even. Fifth in the
Yeah.
rankings. Don't even give him fourth, drop him to fifth.
Start an expansion team. And you're still lower.
You're so low.
We don't even know what that team is yet.
Call,
Yeah,
the,
exactly,
call the
yeah.
Homestead Whales.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go,
There you
right?
go. I like that.
Yeah.
So
Well, we've been on here 46 minutes. We got about 14 minutes to go. I know we wanted to talk about fantasy football a little bit here.
Okay.
So, fantasy football, we got the list right here. I got
Yeah.
first pick again. I don't know how that works out. Chris, the Dolphin Perfer, got 8th pick, and Rascal in here is at 5th. So, let's talk
You know,
about,
I was sitting on my pick now after a couple weeks, about a week now.
what does that mean?
I've been thinking about
Oh,
my
yeah, you're
position,
sitting on
how
it.
much I hated it, and then I started really thinking about this,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe it's just making myself feel better.
Yeah.
I don't know,
5 is good.
but I kind of like 5 because I'm never 20 picks away from getting another pick.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Every 10 picks, I get a pick.
That's it.
You get a pick, and you gotta wait 19 picks.
Exactly. Which is why.
To get 2, and then wait 19 picks to get 2 more.
Which is why when I'm in your situation, I feel like I can do how I'd do if I was a real GM. I can draft based on the highest graded player that I feel is available. But when I'm in my position, I have to draft based off team need. You know what I mean? Because I don't know when it's going to come back to me, what's going to be available.
and then
again.
in our-
to where
Yeah.
you're like every 10 picks it comes to you, so you can see what just
The trend.
happened,
You
the
can see the
trend,
trend.
and then you can hop in and grab that guy.
Yeah,
If you
because
need a quarterback
for
or a
you-
wide receiver. For me,
Yeah.
I have to make sure that it's like quarterback, wide receiver, running back, that I have some guys in all the positions.
No, you're right, because you could be sitting at round 3, picking that first one, going, man, I really need a running back, but I don't like these guys on the board.
Yeah,
But the best tight end's still there,
yeah.
but tight ends haven't left yet. And then you pick your running back, and 2 plays later, all the tight ends leave. And you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
dang it!
Yeah, you're really at the mercy, and you have to
Yeah.
just make a solid pick.
So I was looking at that, and I was
At
like,
the
you know,
first
I'm not that bad. I'm kind of happy with it because I'm right at the beginning of that trend. If it goes quarterback, 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 like sometimes it does.
Yeah,
or it goes quarterback, receiver, 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 or something like that, I can be there to adjust that.
Yeah.
Or go along with it.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
I've been looking at guys outside of top 10 that can perform deeper into the season because I got the 8th. Just because I don't think there's gonna be guys there.
Yeah.
There's gonna be guys there. But I just don't think the top producer is gonna be there, especially for the super flex. I've never played in a 2-quarterback league.
Yes.
Be ready. It's all new.
Be ready.
Yeah.
Adam's looking at me like, I know.
Well, no, super flex stuff. I mean, you definitely got to with the 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You know, quarterback has a higher, like we're looking at right now. We have it on our computer screen, but looking at some rankings. Normally, when you see rankings not for super flex, you know, you have like your running backs and stuff way up there. But here, as Ryan pointed out last week, you have 6 quarterbacks on the board before Fantasy Pro.
And I'm
even
those will all be gone.
Yeah, well,
No, I'm telling you right now, those will not all be gone.
no, because some people just won't value the quarterback.
Yeah.
And 2, there's a thought process to me. Like if I was like an 8 like you, and then a bunch of quarterbacks were gone, I might just wait because like if we look at this quarterback list, I'm sure we're gonna.
What I notice is like the top 5 quarterbacks will go quick sometimes. Sometimes depending on who drafts in our league, but a lot of times 1 or 2 of them might fall because someone values one other player better.
Yes.
And the thing about that is then once the top like 4 of each spot goes, it turns into a crapshoot of when they're going to go again.
Exactly.
Is what I've noticed in our league, and it's really hard. I mean, Adam's had a couple weird strategies over the years that I applaud him. I mean, coming down to it, I'm thinking, man, he just took 9 running backs this year. I don't know what he's doing over there because he didn't take a kicker or a defense, but that's cool. And then next thing you know, I'm hitting him up in week 3 going, I need a running back.
Yeah.
And he's over there like, he's like, that's all right, I need your best receiver.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for my 5th best running back, I need your 5th best.
I mean, it just happens. I mean, sometimes when we start trading, you get in those need spots.
So it's not the draft that's important; it's the brandy and cigars we're going to have during the season for meetups.
So if
Exactly.
you want one inkling of the strategy in our league, you must stay up late.
No, just on.
You guys hit them at midnight.
So that on the waiver day, like Tuesday, there's a few people that'll be up at midnight getting those little.
Getting those ones that didn't get picked by waivers, and you're up there and you're like, oh, he probably felt. No, he didn't. He fell 2 minutes past the waiver time. Thank you, Keegan.
I know, huh? Yeah. Some of you got to be on it, or like in the midday, like it's like some starting running back is out and the backup's going to be the starter this week. You like by the time you look at your phone, it's like Ryan has picked up. It's like what?
Bro, 4 or 5 hours of sleep all I need. I'll start going to 8 o'clock.
Yeah. They're definitely pretty on it. But looking at these quarterback ratings, this is why I think you don't necessarily have to take a quarterback early.
Yeah.
Like look at tier 4 right here. This is like 14 through 21
crazy.
here.
So
Goff,
crazy.
Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jordan Love, Trevor Lawrence, C.J. Stroud, J.J. McCarthy, Tua. I mean, there's some guys in there that can get you some points,
Oh yeah.
And even the guys that are below here,
Even Matthew Stafford's in tier 5, probably because of injury.
They always sleep on Matthew Stafford, but even like a Geno Smith, dude, this is going to be a solid. I mean, he's probably just going to be like kind of a dump off check down merchant, but going to get a lot of after catch yards this year with Brock Bowers and stuff.
What's that? I forget his name. He's the popular Falcons receiver.
Penix?
No, he's the quarterback, the receiver. London Drake.
Oh yeah.
London Drake and Penix this year with Bijan Robinson.
Yeah.
I think the Falcons, like you guys predicted last year. I think you and Kelly said the Falcons were your team. I think this year.
I don't think Penix does.
You don't think he's that good?
I think Cousins plays better than the year.
You know who I think won? You know who I think won that whole thing? Is Cousins is on the bench. They get paid like $40 million.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smartest guy I know in the NFL with contracts.
You want to know?
He has not played on a non-guaranteed contract for a decade.
Yeah, and you want to. Well, you want to know what's crazy too? Like he's like one of the coolest dudes too. Normally the guys that you would think would be like the divas or the crybabies.
Yeah.
He's just like secretly like his agent just.
I don't think nothing
Gets
against
it
what the
done.
Falcons did by picking up a young guy because I mean he was coming off an Achilles tear.
He was.
And those are hard. I mean these guys again. Adam mentioned it. When you're pushing that 40 button in the NFL, you're old.
That's smart.
You're old.
Yeah.
This is his 13th year now? He's been on
Something like
13
that.
years,
Yeah. What do you guys think of these running back rankings? They got Saquon at number 1, Bijan number 2, Jahmyr Gibbs number 3, Derrick Henry slides all the way to number 4. I mean, last year kind of a consensus number 1, and then Austin Genty 5 above C-Mac, Christian McCaffrey. What do you think about that top 6?
Well, I mean C-Mac's gonna fall after last year.
Yeah, I get it.
Every fantasy owner in the world hates him right now.
I know, but you would take him over Austin Genty this season, huh?
I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to touch either of those guys.
I feel like I can't touch CMC because of what happened last year, right? But I would take him over Austin Genty. Nothing against him. I just, if C-Mac stays healthy, then, and everybody can get injured, right? I mean, you know, but that's just me. But other than that, I mean, I kind of like this list. I don't really like Gibbs. I don't like the Henry snub.
I don't like Genty above Jacobs. I think Jacobs has a better year than Genty.
I think Jacobs has a really good year. And honestly,
Jacob is going to run the ball just as much as Genty, and Genty has no line.
Well, Gibbs did good for me last year and late in the season. And you know, honestly, I don't think Saquon's going to have the same year.
Yeah.
I think he'll have a good year, but I don't think he's going to be the guy he was last year.
Yeah.
Just think about that. Remember Adrian Peterson? He had that like stellar year
Yeah.
and then did nothing again.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's going to be Saquon. I'm not going to say that.
Especially too when you make that long Super Bowl runs. You know, like Kelly was the first one to bring that out to me, and I think he's absolutely right. I think the reason the Niners have been injured over the last few years is probably because they're playing a few more games, and the games they're playing are like, those are those games that you just leave it all out there for.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
NFC Championships, Super Bowls, and then, you try to come back the next year.
And then Barkley played with the chip on his shoulder, so he was angry, and then they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What's he playing for now?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the same Barkley.
Yeah.
I don't think he's bad. I just don't think he's the
Well,
same.
and the Madden curse, is that going to happen to him?
It didn't happen to Josh Allen. He was on last year.
Yeah,
So.
I don't know. That Madden curse, when you really go back at it, it's only about 50% right.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, I mean, I thought it was a lot higher too. But, I mean, how do you not put him on the Madden cover doing a backwards leap and hurl? Like, I can't even hurl one person.
Did you see when they're actually filming?
If
the
you lay
cover?
down right now, I'll probably have a hard time.
You know why?
hurling.
You know why I have a hard time with that? They didn't actually use the jump from the game. They actually had him do it in a studio with wire work, and I'm
I
like,
know.
Really?
it was terrible.
Yeah.
I'm like, show the actual clip on the, put it on the cover.
Yeah.
Would have been sick. He actually.
You know,
did.
the thing about this running back list that I'm starting to kind of look at is it used to have a lot of depth on this, and I don't feel comfortable with this.
Yeah,
I
let's
just don't see a lot of names that I'm like, dang.
No, but even a lot of these guys are like sharing time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's just the way the NFL is.
Yeah.
Like you know, that's why Austin Genty I really like because I think that
He's all they really
No.
got.
yeah,
He's the bell cow.
yeah. But I don't
Well, it's
know.
like when Jacobs did good that one year at them. He was the only one they had.
Well,
They had
that's
nobody
why I
else.
think he'll do better in Green Bay. I mean,
Yeah.
he's going to be the guy that runs the
Yeah, he
whole
is.
time, right?
How long's Love out? He's
Love
out, right?
actually came back today.
Is he back? Okay.
Yeah, and I looked into his injury. It was actually his non-throwing hand surgery on his thumb.
Oh, okay.
It's just going to be how he handles the ball. But then
Yeah.
again, I mean, when you're having injuries like this in preseason, you're missing reps, right? So,
Yeah.
like, what's the lingering
That's
effort
it.
of these injuries?
It is, yeah.
And there's been a lot of them.
There's a lot, man. There's a lot of big injuries that, like before the season even started.
One of the ones I was really like kind of fond of, and I felt really bad for, was actually on your team. Alex and Madison going down for the season, dude. I liked him. He was a momentum changer for the Raiders last year.
It was.
Dude, I wonder if this is
Completely
gonna work.
What are you doing?
I was gonna try to put something on this TV. I don't know if this is it.
Like
You screen reading that one or this one?
I was gonna try to put one behind it so we could watch this clip of this guy fucking footballs. I don't know if it's gonna work.
Oh, the Twitter guy.
Is this the Samsung one?
Yeah, it says office. No, it says video, but maybe I don't know. I probably gotta hook this up to the internet, huh? Yeah,
No.
that's what I gotta do.
You screen mirror 'em. I don't know.
Yeah, I probably got, unable to connect to it. But anyways, 57 minutes. I think we're pretty much done. You want to go over anything else on there?
You know, Adam, you did want to do the Cool Kids Club.
Yeah. I wanted to show you the video of the guy,
Oh.
but yeah.
Is it Blaze from Minnesota?
No, it's that big guy that I showed you. The
You
guy
know
that
what I'm
ran
talking
it
about?
back.
Oh, you do? I like it. You don't know Blaze? Oh, you'll have to look up Blaze.
All right, I'll
Blaze
look
from
it up.
Minnesota.
Blaze is
But
the,
yeah, let's finish it out with
the
the
head
Cool Kids Club.
cheerleader.
Who do you got, Ryan? You said you got somebody.
I
Who you got?
actually, you know, because you wanted to do one, and I
Yeah.
felt like it was unnecessary because it's preseason.
Yeah.
Who's watching preseason?
Yeah.
You just mentioned it.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw it out to Tyler Loop.
All right.
Because if I'm going to throw it out, I might as well find somebody random, right?
Who is Tyler?
He is
Loop?
the rookie kicker taking over for Justin Tucker.
Ah.
And
Ravens.
he went 7 for 8 yesterday in the preseason game.
Hey, that's good.
Missing missing a 50-yarder, but connecting from 53 and 51. He's
And-
just secured his spot
Perfect.
as the Justin Tucker backup on the Baltimore Ravens.
And meanwhile, the Niners still have Moody. Like, that's the thing. Like, there's gonna be like 8 feel-good stories for kickers this year, and the Niners is gonna be.
Well, you
just
know what the problem was?
trepidatious
They
being
shut his
tired.
phone off so he couldn't get texts from Michigan fans to tell him where. Or the price
yeah,
for it.
maybe so. Maybe so.
Field goal in general, like these field goal kickers, I mean, week 1, we got the guy from Jacksonville kicking a 70-yarder, and they're like, oh, but it doesn't count for records because it's preseason.
It's not going to go in the record book, but it's pretty important in a game scenario that you can do that.
Dude, did you watch that highlight?
Yeah.
Like, he's literally kicking from like where they kick off the ball.
Dude, he's smaller than your son.
I know.
And that dude kicked the ball almost the length of the field.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
Yeah.
His leg must be connected to his shoulder. It's like a Happy Gilmore syndrome. Did
Yeah.
they check for that ligament being
The
cut?
ligament being cut. Yeah, did you watch the new one? I was like, what?
Did he turn all the way around and say hello? Boom!
Yeah, I know.
Oh, man.
So who was your guy?
All right, my guy's this. Who's this chubby guy right here? What's his name? Anyways, my guy's from the Chargers. I'm going to show this little video right here. Is that even in the screen? All right.
It's a
Big man interception. This defensive lineman from the Chargers, he's got to get my Cool Kids Club. I don't even know his name, but he just picked off this dude.
Yeah. So Adam, to end it, we got to end it. If it's this first show, and we're in preseason.
Did you have a cool kid?
I did. That's
Oh,
what-
let's go! Let's go!
So, it's the Miami Dolphins game ender, man. Ethan Robinson, walk-on, rookie. He caught the Hendon Hooker right there in the end zone.
Oh yeah, I
The
saw that
interception.
clip. Yeah, I saw
I had
that
to go
clip.
Miami
All right.
Dolphins game ending. He's
All
a
right.
walk-on.
Walk on.
Walk-on.
Yeah, that's pretty
And
good.
he's a
man.
linebacker. And
Yeah,
he
walk-on.
rushed the edge, and our defense is depleted, so I was so excited. Like, we have somebody that can do that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Once Kohu went down,
Yeah.
he was our best defensive rusher
Yeah.
off the edge.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to see this.
Ethan
all.
Robinson, man. He's a nobody, but he's a somebody because he's in the NFL. But game-ending interception, undrafted rookie. That's impressive.
We'll have to have Chad on here and have a Dolphins episode.
Let's get a few.
I think
weeks in.
For the Dolphins standoff, whoever can do the best impersonation of the Dolphins.
And then what? What do they get?
I don't know. We'll figure that out.
All right, Dolphins stand up.
I am not telling my girlfriend I'm on the show that night.
I don't even think Dolphins do.
This is my last. This is my last show on Huddle Up.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
been great.
yeah. What did you want to end it on, Ryan?
Early predictions. Best
All right.
two teams in NFC, best two teams in the
All right.
AFC that are going to go for the championship. Who you think? Early predictions.
NFC.
NFC, top two teams who are going to face off to go to the Super Bowl. Top two teams.
I think it's gonna be Philly and Washington.
Philly and Washington.
Yep.
I like it.
Yep.
I wrote mine down here
And
somewhere.
then AFC. Are we doing NFC first?
NFC first. So
Okay.
you got Philly and you got Washington. I am going to agree with you on Philly, and I think it's going to be a repeat with the Lions again.
The Lions. Oh, yeah, I had the Lions too, but
I want to see those Lions eventually.
I'd like to.
I want them to get there. Like, I'm a Raider fan, but I'm kind of a Lions fan a little bit too
Yeah.
on that side. I want to see the underdog get there.
just because they've never done it, I agree with that. I agree with that.
I don't think they will though with all the coaches leaving. That was such a big departure, but you don't know. You don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
they
the team,
lost a
the
lot.
team is still together.
They
The
are.
team is still together.
I feel like I don't know if Goff's the guy like that can get there. You know what I mean? Like that can really get him across the line. But I
Throughout-
like
throughout
Goff
this-
wants you to think that too.
Yeah. Yeah, but then, yeah, no, he probably does. But for that reason, in the NFC, the nod just has to go to Philly. I think Philly, since they got Hurts and they got Saquon, and they have a lot of guys there. The way you know what's tough about Philly too, having to go there in the playoffs. The Rams would have beat them in the playoffs last year
It's huge.
if they wouldn't have had to
Huge.
play there.
Yes,
you know
huge.
what I mean? Like they were right
Well,
there.
they're
Stafford was dicing them up in the snow.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say the Rams and the Eagles. I'm gonna say Rams and the Eagles.
all
All right, all right.
Yeah. I think my Niners might be right there, but they're a
think, you know,
younger team.
I think you keep saying the Rams because you're hoping the Niners. You're hoping you'll be wrong. 'Cause you said the Rams last year.
Well, the Rams. Maybe it's just because I saw Stafford. You know.
Yeah,
so many
Stafford's
times.
when Stafford's healthy, that guy is insane. Even
They were
14,
injured a lot
15
last
years.
year,
He was.
too.
It matters who Devontae is. If
That's
Devontae can like kind of turn
He's
the
still
clock back,
separating. If he
and
gets
he's
to
like,
yeah, I agree with you. If he
then
can get
because
the
then Puka
separation,
goes nuts.
yeah.
And who's the tight end? Higbee,
Higbee,
and they
and-
got another guy too.
Kyrie Williams.
Yeah, but the other tight end is good too. They got a backup tight end.
And then they got that one guy, that one guy who's similar to what
Tutu?
Donald was.
Tutu
Donald,
Atwell?
Yeah.
Tutu Atwell.
Yeah,
He's like a little mini Donald. Dude.
yeah.
He's not Donald, but he's a mini Donald.
They got a lot of guys.
They do.
dude.
The Rams.
They don't even need
The
a
Rams
defense.
are always that team though. Like, well, there won't they? You know,
Yeah.
they'll either go all the way or they'll be like.
But
Yeah.
the thing is like I think what you'll notice is like, and we'll see what the teams we picked up. It's hard to choose guys though that have never done it, and because Stafford has done it, and because like I know Brock Purdy's like done it, not won the Super Bowl, but he's got
He's been
there.
there.
so I can choose them and feel comfortable about it.
Yeah.
For the Lions, I don't like. There's something about it weird in the NFL. Like if you just haven't got there, even the way the Niners won, they shouldn't have beat the Lions that time. But like freak stuff happened, and I don't know what it is, but that stuff seems to happen more to the seasoned teams where
Yeah.
they get the nods. You know what I mean? But
That's true.
But that was my two for the NFC. What was your two?
Mine, Eagles and Lions.
Okay, Eagles, Lions.
So we're all Eagles. I was Eagles in Washington.
All right, Eagles, Washington. All right,
Yeah.
so I actually think Washington kind of has a sophomore slump.
We
And
did
you
too.
wanna-
We both agreed with
Well,
that.
you want to know
Okay.
what I don't like about Washington too? The Debo thing. Like Debo, like he's gonna demand the ball a little bit. And honestly, I kind of think they had a good thing going, and they didn't need the Debo thing. And I think the Debo thing might hurt him a little bit.
You think? Okay.
Well, I don't know if the Debo thing's going to hurt.
Unless he turns back the clock a little bit too. But like last year when we were doing the, like the Debo plays are not like he's not going to sprint down the field and like outrun somebody. It's mostly like throwing it at the line of scrimmage and then he just makes a bunch of people miss and bowls them over. Well, he's like not capable of doing that really anymore. He wasn't last year.
No, but I think the Debo effect is going to be there. The big one's going to be the McLaurin. Scary Terry, if he signs or not.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, having the issue right there going into the season. You're looking right now, this late in the season, in preseason, you're looking at week 1 missing now,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
So that not having him with Debo, now you're relying on Debo to do Debo things, and
Yeah.
you just can't rely on Debo to do Debo things.
Very
Yeah.
Debo will do Debo things. He
Yeah.
won't be injured.
Yeah. I think so. We'll see what he does.
Who's your AFC 2?
Well, similar to what's going on to McLaurin, this Hendrick thing on the Cincinnati. Because
Oh, yeah.
Cincinnati's defense is just they're just not good.
I hope Hendricks comes to the Raiders. We have space.
So I would like to say Cincinnati
Yeah.
because I just think Burrow and Chase and they have so many skilled players and they have a great O line, but their defense, man, Burrow cannot outscore their defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their own defense.
Yeah.
How do you not outscore your own defense? And
Yeah.
Burrow put up like 4,000 yards last year.
Yeah.
That's true.
So that's my problem with Cincinnati. So saying that, and I hate to say the vinegar, it's AFC. I think it's going to be Baltimore Bills.
I'm with you.
I think it is.
I mean, how do you not vote against two
Yeah.
teams that dominated
Yeah.
the season last year with both
Yeah.
of them? Even the games with each other were awesome to watch. And nothing really changed on the roster. So
Yeah,
nothing's
and
changed. And I don't think anybody in the AFC's gotten better to the point to compete with those guys.
No. And the Eagles knocked the Chiefs off the pedestal. They just.
I mean,
they just,
unfortunately,
You think
both
that
of those teams.
you think that the fact that they weren't able to accomplish the three-peat and they didn't get it done last year knocks them back to where they're not even going to be in the AFC Championship game
No.
this year?
I don't think so.
I don't think that, but I don't think they make it to the Super Bowl.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. I just think until you can prove it, these two teams did not change. Now both of these teams unfortunately have MVP caliber players.
Yeah.
That if they get injured, their season's done.
No, yeah, that's every team. I mean,
Right.
we're only talking about if
Well,
these guys stay healthy.
But
right?
I think
most of them.
But like you're saying, the Chiefs, right? I think the Chiefs though they know how to win.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
definitely know how to win,
Oh, yeah.
regardless of what gets
Yeah.
dealt their way. They
Yes.
know how to stay in a game and win.
They do.
These guys, if they get one key injury on their team, these two quarterbacks, I don't think you can call them a contender anymore.
Yeah.
But until then, you got to call them the top contender.
Well, you know what's hard too is like you can choose those teams all day long.
Yeah.
But then in the playoffs, they got to play the Chiefs, and then they got to win that game.
Yeah.
Just that game.
Exactly.
You know what I
True.
mean? And it's like kind of the Tom Brady effect.
Remember,
like-
remember the Mark Andrews drop? That's what lost the Ravens that game.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's what lost it.
Yeah,
that
you're
game was
right.
so neck and neck.
Yeah, you're
but
right.
Andrews dropped it.
You're
Yeah,
right.
It was done.
You're right.
So Lamar couldn't even save it, and Lamar had a huge game. That game.
Yeah, that's true.
Mine has to be the same too, though. I can't go against
It is.
that.
It's
I mean,
just, yeah.
you know,
That's
I
just my
definitely-
opinion.
I wouldn't want to be playing Patrick Mahomes, but I think maybe my dark horse is like Denver, though.
Yeah.
Like I think Denver
I like
gets
that
in
call.
because the thing is that like in the playoffs, they're gonna let you play a little defense, and you know, in the playoffs, they're gonna let you roughhouse a little bit, and so I think that Denver defense mixed with like Bo Nix and then just you know the running game and throwing it down the
Well,
field.
it's Sean Payton's third year.
Yeah,
Fourth year or something. I think it's fourth year.
yeah,
Because
They-
he dealt with the Russell Wilson drama for a little bit.
yeah.
And let's be honest, guys, they're owned by Walmart.
Yeah, so they
Like,
can
they're owned by Walmart.
They are the highest. They actually 44 million was like, or no, 75 million was their net gross or something.
Yeah.
Net worth.
That's insane.
They got the most money
Dude,
anybody
dude,
has.
it was like 70 million was one was Denver. The Chiefs were two with like 25 million. It was more than double.
That's
Yeah.
It was
All they
insane.
do is do a price cut for a weekend to get like a.
It's a rollback.
Yeah.
Hey, we need
They
this
roll
guy.
back.
Yeah, roll back price cut. Boom, we just got our player.
Done.
Yeah, that's how they got got us to pay for Russell Wilson. Huh?
Yeah.
They just upped the prices on FIFA.
That's why when they bought the team, they're like, Russell who?
Yeah.
We'll pay him forever. Who cares?
On that note, man,
We'll pay him
I hope that Russell Wilson and neighbors have that connection because that would just piss everybody off.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
true.
He's their starter. He's already been named. So
Yeah.
Oh, did they end up naming him today?
they said
Yeah.
he was going to name him.
Right
I
on.
said Wilson's
How do
the
you
starter.
not name him?
Yeah.
He's the most
name-
experienced.
You name the veteran over the rookie. You give the rookie a chance to groom itself to get ready. Like that's the way rookies improve.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
for sure.
And Winston's only there to spew his own Bible verses that he comes up with.
Yeah, he's something else, man. He's such a character, man. That James Winston guy.
Yeah, but
He's the hype guy.
He's the hype guy.
he is a
Hype guy.
All right, episode 1 in the books.
Let's do it.
Episode 27.
Episode 27.
Episode 1 of year 2.
in the books, man. I had a blast. Thank you so much, Chris, for
That was
coming
good.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right,
All right, man.
Chris.
It's been fun. It's been fun.
Yeah, and before we go, Chris, he does home loans. If you need a house loan, Chris does home loans. I do real estate. Ryan does respiratory. So if you need like some sputum sucked out, or
Yeah,
something like that,
there you go.
No, I don't
There you
know.
go.
If you get stressed out between the transaction, Ryan will he'll bring you back.
Yeah, he'll resuscitate you for sure. Yeah, if you get stressed out. But anyways,
Good luck.
Thank you guys so much. Come back next week. Huddle up.
Perfect.